The effective benefits of tracking tools. So like in the previous video, we have the visitor number 1 and the visitor number 4 who submitted their email. But imagine if you have thousands of people who submitted their emails in your offer. The role of the tracking script is to give us the common point between all these thousand people who submitted their emails and completed the action required. So after getting the informations and statistics in the script tool, we are going to know the percentage of the people who made the action and which devices they used and operation systems. After having these statistics, it will be much easier to target only category of visitors that will get us more income than the other categories that make a small income. For example, we send the offer to 1 million visitors from the desktop and 1 million visitors from mobile. And from the statistics of this operation, we found out that the visitors using the desktop don't make the action and almost makes zero income. But we found that the visitors using a mobile phone, exactly, the iPhone users, most of them completed the action and made us a huge income than the other sources of traffic. So, after finding out that the iPhone users are the best customers for our offer, we go to our ad company and choose what type of traffic we want, which in this case is iPhone users. Any offer has its success strategies. Of course, not all offers have the same traffic. Each offer has a particular kind of traffic that is appropriate. This is the main role of tracking tools. At first, you test all kinds of traffic and then you start choosing the best traffic for your offers. One of the other great benefits of the tracking tools is time. We have 24 hours a day, and not all people surf the internet at the same time. But the tracking tools show us the statistics of each visitor and what time of the day they surf the internet. For example, let's imagine that this is the 24-hour of the day in the tracking script. The tracking tool does not give you only the number of visitors per day, but also the number of people who made action. So what we will do is target the time where we have a lot of subscribers. We change the time settings in our ad company and choose the best traffic. So by doing this, you will be shortening your budget and raising your income and profits. What is split testing? Split testing is a solution for carrying out A/B tests. By comparing several versions of your web pages, such as your landing pages or home pages, a split test helps you identify which one has better conversion rate for your visitors. When the split test is launched, your page's traffic is randomly spread over the different versions of your pages. Each one's performance is tracked and analyzed by the split testing software to identify the version that converts the best. With the highest significance, split testing determines the version on which the sample converted the best. In a split test, two designs of a website or landing page battle for conversion. The difference between conducting a split test and the A/B test. Contrary to A/B testing, which works directly from our A/B tasty software, split URL testing hosts the different versions on distinct URLs. Split testing therefore requires intervention from your technical team, and where A/B testing uses changes that are close to the original, split testing is used where the new version's page design and content are significantly different from the original. Split testing is very useful in making major design changes in your website. For example, if you're thinking about completely changing your home page's design, split testing is the ideal tool to help you optimize conversions. But in testing a radically different version of your website, you will obviously make fundamental changes that require back-end operations that your marketing teams cannot make. Split testing, which requires technical teams to intervene, remains the best testing solution when changes are made on the back end. What is A/B testing? The number of visitors on your website equals the number of opportunities you have to expand your business by acquiring new customers and build relationships by catering to existing ones. And it is your conversion funnel that decides whether your website gets good traffic and if it converts more visitors. Businesses want visitors to take an action, also called a conversion, on their website, and the rate at which a website can drive this is called its conversion rate. The more optimized your funnel, higher is the visitor's chance to convert. One way to optimize your website's funnel is A/B testing. A/B testing, also sometimes referred to as split testing, is the practice of showing two variants of the same web page to different segments of visitors at the same time and comparing which variant drives more conversions. Typically, the one that gives higher conversions is the winning variant applying, which can help you optimize your site for better results. The metrics for conversion are unique to each website. For e-commerce, it may be the sale of the product, while for B2B, it may be the generation of qualified leads. A/B testing is one of the components of overarching process of conversion rate optimization, CRO, using which you can gather both qualitative and quantitative user insights and use them to understand your potential customers and to optimize your conversion funnel based on that data. How to do A/B testing with landing pages. Landing pages A/B testing is essential if you want conversions. It's the only way to know whether your current landing page is the best you can do. Too many businesses create landing pages and forget about them. They make assumptions about what will trigger audience response. And too often, they're wrong. Conducting landing page A/B testing lets you see what version of a landing page results in more clicks, better conversions, and reduced bounce rate. Plus, you can continue refining your landing pages over the course of multiple tests. That might sound like a lot of work, but it's critical for conversions. You need every piece of your landing page puzzle to fit together, and you want those elements to work together to produce more leads. What frustrates many marketeers is that landing page A/B testing requires you to test just one thing at a time. However, that doesn't mean you can't run multiple tests concurrently. The reason you only test one element at a time is to ensure you get actionable results. Let's say you A/B test the layout of the offer, which I'll describe more below. You learn that version A performed better than version B. But what's the takeaway? You won't know whether the layout or the offer or a combination of both influenced visitors. By changing just one element at a time, you know which headline or CTA or other element contributed to the results. That allows you to execute more quickly. Let's look at some of the landing page elements you should consider A/B testing. First, the layout. A landing page's layout refers to the way in which elements are arranged on the screen. You could A/B test your landing page by putting copy to the left of your main image on one version and to the left on the other. These might seem like simple changes, but they can have a big impact. Play with how you arrange the copy on the page too. Do you start with benefits or features? Long copy or short? Bullet points or paragraphs? Second, the offer. Every landing page needs an offer. It's what you want to give your audience in exchange for something else. If you want people to sign up for your email list, you might offer a lead magnet. If you want them to buy your online course, you could offer a 20% discount. Changing up your offer will tell you a lot about what your audience wants. Maybe your visitors don't have any desire to read a long-winded white paper, but they'll fork over their email addresses for an explainer video or an interactive infographic. Test multiple offers at different times. Figure out what your audience wants most, then deliver it to increase conversions and sales. Third, the headline and the rest of the copy. Even in today's video and image-centric world, copy still matters. In fact, it's one of the most important parts of your landing page to A/B test. Your copy explains your offer, reveals more information about your company, and encourages visitors to engage with your site further. It should be highly engaging and directed at your target customer. Change the wording a bit, such as replacing a boring verb with a more exciting one. Then work your way down the page. Experiment with words and phrases you don't see very often in your industry. Interesting copy can overcome many objections among consumers. The call to action. Your call to action is your pitch. It's your chance to win over the visitor and convert him or her on your offer. For that reason, it deserves special attention when you're A/B testing landing pages. You can A/B test multiple aspects of your call to action: background and font color, font style and size, CTA copy, and CTA position on the page. Just keep testing. You might find that you need to go through multiple iterations before you stumble upon the secret sauce that makes your CTA almost impossible to ignore. Product descriptions. If you're using your landing page to sell a product, your product description needs to sing. Start by writing a description as the control or first version, then tweak it a bit for the variation. Consider switching your paragraph of text to crisp bullet points, for instance. Just as you do with the rest of the copy on the page, experiment with unique words and phrases. Pinpoint the problem your product helps people to solve or the goal it allows them to reach. Drill down on that to get your product descriptions to resonate with visitors. Images and videos. Let's start with one quick fact. You don't have to use images or videos on your landing pages. Many landing pages work extremely well as minimalist pages with large copy and lots of white space. One of your landing page A/B tests could be the images and video from your landing page and testing it against the existing version. From there, you can add, subtract, or substitute as necessary. Challenges of A/B testing. The ROI from A/B testing can be huge and positive. It helps you direct your marketing efforts to the most valuable elements by pinpointing exact problem areas. But every once in a while, as a marketeer, you may face some challenges when deciding to undertake A/B testing. Some of the challenges are as follows. 1. Decide to put elements of your choice to a test. A bitter reality that marketeers are now coming to realize is that not all small changes that are easy to implement are always the best when you consider your business goals and often to fail to prove significant. The same goes for complex tests. This is where website data and visitor analysis data come into play. These data points help you overcome the challenge of not knowing what to test out of your unending backlog by generally pointing to the elements which may have the most impact on your conversion rates or by directing you to pages with the highest traffic. Second, formulating hypotheses. In great resonance with the first challenge is the second challenge. Formulating a hypothesis. This is where the importance of having scientific data at your disposal come in handy. If you are testing without proper data, you might as well be gambling away your business. With the help of data gathered in the first step of A/B testing, you need to discover where the problems lie with your site and come up with a hypothesis. This will not be possible unless you follow a well-structured and planned A/B testing program. Third, locking in on sample size. Not many marketeers are statisticians. We often make the mistake of calling conclusive results too quickly because we are more often than not after quick results. As marketeers, we need to learn about sample sizes. In particular, how large should the sample size be based on your web page's traffic? Fourth, analyzing test results. With A/B testing, you will witness success and failure at each step. This challenge, however, is pertinent to both successful and failed tests. Successful campaigns. Great that you ran 2 tests and both of them were successful in producing statistically significant results. What next? Yes, deploying the winner, but what after that? What marketeers often fail to do or find difficult is interpreting test results. Interpreting test results after they conclude is extremely important to understand why the test succeeded. A fundamental question to be asked is why? Why did customers behave the way they did? Why did they react a certain way with one version and not with the other versions? What visitor insights did you gather and how can you use them? Many marketeers often struggle or fail to answer these questions, which not only help you make sense of the current test, but also provide inputs for future tests. Failed campaigns. Sometimes marketeers don't even look back at failed tests. They either have a hard time dealing with them, for example, while telling the team about the failed tests, or have no clue what to do with them. No failed test is unsuccessful unless you fail to draw learnings from them. Failed campaigns should be treated like pillars that would ultimately lead you to success. The data gathered during the entire A/B test process, even if in the end the test failed, is like an unopened Pandora box. It contains a plethora of valued data and insights that you can give you a head start for your next test. Additionally, with the lack of proper knowledge on how to analyze the gathered data, the chances of data corruption increases manifold. For example, without having a process in place, there will be no end to scrolling through heat maps, data, or sessions recording data. Or if you are using different tools for these, then the chances of data leakage while attempting to integrate them also increases. You may also fail to draw any significant insights while wandering directionless through data and just drown under them. Fifth, maintaining a testing culture. One of the most crucial characteristics of optimization programs like CRO and A/B testing is that it is the iterative process. This is also one of the major obstacles that businesses and marketeers face. For your optimization efforts to be fruitful in the long run, they should form a cycle roughly starting with research and ending in research. This challenge is not just a matter of putting in efforts or about having the knowledge. Sometimes, due to resource crunch, businesses rarely or intermittently use A/B testing, failing to develop a testing culture. So, given all these challenges, is A/B testing worth undertaking? For all the evidence and data available on A/B testing, even after these challenges, A/B testing generates great ROI from a marketing perspective. A/B testing takes the guesswork out of the optimization process. Strategic marketing decisions become data-driven, making it easier to craft an ideal marketing strategy for a website with well-defined ends. Without an A/B testing program, your marketing team will simply test elements at random or based on gut feeling, and preferences such as data-less testing is bound to fail. If you start off strong with a good website and visitor data analysis, the first three challenges can easily be solved. With the extensive website and visitor data at your disposal, you can prioritize your backlog and you won't even have to decide on what to test. The data will do all the talking. With, with such quality data coupled with your business expertise, formulating a working hypothesis become just a matter of going through the available data and deciding what changes will be the best for your end goal. To overcome the third challenge, you can calculate the apt sample size for your testing campaign with the help of many tools available today. The last two challenges are related to how you approach A/B testing. If you treat A/B testing like an iterative process, half of the fourth challenge may not even be on your plate, and the other half can be solved by hiring experts in the field or getting trained on how to correctly analyze research data and results. The right approach to tackle the last challenge is to channel your resources on the most business critical elements and planning your testing program in a way that with the limited resources you are able to build a testing culture. Conclusion. Nobody wants to get crushed by the competition. That's why A/B testing your landing pages is essential. We live in a very competitive landscape when it comes to commerce. Everyone has competition, no matter how unique their products and services. And A/B testing your landing pages gives you a competitive edge. Start by creating the first version of your landing page. Tweak one element such as your headline or CTA to create a variation, then pit them against one another. Some A/B tests might reveal dramatic differences, while others might turn out to convert more or less the same. However, you'll have hard data to back up your decisions. Start A/B testing your landing pages today so you don't lose conversions tomorrow.